Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here, and in today's video we're going over the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Mostly going to focus on Ethereum for this video. I apologize, I haven't made a video in almost a week. I have been traveling, I had surgery in San Diego, I drove up to Northern California, so I've just been focusing on healing and spending time with family. So I know I kind of left you guys hanging on that massive Ethereum trade, but I did tell you in my previous video that I bought back the majority of the 60 that I sold for an average price of about just under $3,000, and that I made quite a generous profit off of that particular trade. So let's go ahead and just get into the price of Ethereum. To be honest with you, I haven't really looked at the charts much over the last 5 days, so I'm really coming to them with a super fresh eye, just because I don't know, I've had no desire to really look at the charts. So here on the weekly chart in my opinion looks not all that great. I would still anticipate, this is the thing, is that I think that we're going to, like I said, I'm still anticipating same price action compared to 2017 with sideways trading on Ethereum until September. I say that because, let's see, we just started a new week, but the low of last week was $2,651. I guess you could say, let's look at this from a percentage perspective of how much it's increased. So we're at about $3,000 now. So that is an increase of about 12%. I was looking for an increase of about 25% off of the bottom, and I was anticipating that to happen very quickly. The fact that we're still in the $3,000 range has me kind of sort of feeling that we're not out of the woods yet when it comes to making a lower low. I still believe that this moving average right here could be tested at about 2,500, so just below the previous low. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Not a ton of let's see, daily chart here. Trending downwards, no trend reversal. A lot of interesting candles, a lot of indecisive candles here in this range. I would be keeping a close eye on this green moving average going above the red. So I think there's going to be a ton of chop. Between now and November, I'm anticipating a ton of chop on Ethereum. I feel like I didn't get lucky, but I just need to take my win and my $40,000 gain on that trade and just be happy and sit on my Ethereum and be patient. Honestly, sometimes in trading, being super successful means like making 1 or 2 successful trades a year. And that's a style that I prefer versus day trading. But like I said, here on the daily chart, it's not really looking very promising at all. A lot of weakness on the daily chart, actually. 12-hour chart is potentially giving us some hope here. Let's see, the high of this candle is 31.82. The high of this candle, 31.68. So Ethereum didn't quite make a higher high on the 12-hour. But if it does, that would be a good sign. The low here, and then a higher low, so that was a good sign there. But we would need to make a clear higher high on the 12-hour chart, and that might give us some hope. We could also see here the green moving average crossing above the red almost, so that could be a pretty bullish sign right there. 4-hour chart looking actually decent, I would say. So the lower level time frames are looking good versus the longer time frames on Ethereum. Let's take a look here at the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart is looking really weak, actually. So I would anticipate more weakness throughout early this week. So potentially buy the dip opportunities are incoming. I would say I am looking for more buy the dip opportunities. Let me see here how much. I'm sorry for the low production of this video. I'm not in my usual home, so I don't have my audio, and it could be a little bit echoey. But let's see here. On Gemini, I have 3,300 left to spend, and I think I have some GUSD dollars. I have 9,200 of GUSD, and then over here on Kraken, let's see, I have 9,500 in USD coin, and I also have 21,000 of US dollars to spend as well. So I am looking for buy the dip opportunities on Ethereum for sure. I still think that we could be lined up for new all-time highs by the end of the year. This is another perspective I kind of thought about, inspired by Tone Vase, was the fact that inflation, when you think about Bitcoin making, potentially pulling back to like 20,000. When you take into consideration all of the US dollars that have been printed in the last 18 months and inflation, it kind of changes a little bit when it comes to points of support, right? I feel like it kind of raises the support levels a little bit. That's kind of like an in-depth conversation, but something to like just consider. 15-minute chart doesn't look good, really. Trending downwards quite significantly. So I talked about September 20th, which was actually a pretty decent buying opportunity on Ethereum. That wasn't necessarily, so technically the 20th was a great buying opportunity. The 21st was actually the best buying opportunity thus far. We could make a lower low, but if we do not make a lower low, the fact that I was off by one single day on the buying opportunity of potentially a lifetime, I honestly kind of surprised myself, if I'm being completely honest. But I had a reasoning behind it, and I had a lot of conviction as to why I picked that date. So just kind of crazy that it ended up that way, because trying to guess and predict things in trading is not easy, and I'm typically wrong. All right, 5-minute chart showing some weakness as well. Let's go and take a look over at Bitcoin. I have been acquiring a little bit more Bitcoin, actually. Let's go ahead and see over here. So I have technically bought back about 65 Ethereum. My average is still just under $3,000 for the price. But I want to show you that I bought some Bitcoin. Well, let's see here. I thought I bought some Bitcoin. Oh no, wait, completed orders. I bought some Bitcoin. Shoot, I must have been on Kraken. Let's see here. Yeah, I bought 2.2 of a Bitcoin on Kraken. And let's go ahead and see what price I got in on that Bitcoin at. So I bought Bitcoin at $42,511. I bought 2.2 of a Bitcoin. Now it's at 43, so I'm in the profit slightly there. Probably just going to hold on to that. After I bought it and it went up significantly, I had a feeling that I should actually dump it and try to buy back lower. But with traveling situation and all that stuff, I just was like really not close to my computers. So honestly, the Bitcoin chart looks super similar on the daily scale to Ethereum. And let's see, 12-hour chart here. Kind of doing the same situation, but even looking a little bit weaker on the Ethereum chart. It was closer to making a higher high on the 12-hour, but Bitcoin not quite. Showing a little bit of weakness here, but also keeping a close eye on this green moving average that could very soon be crossing over the red. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart here. 4-hour chart looking okay. What's the low here? The low is 40,803, 40,683. So technically made a higher low, which is good. Let's go take a look at the 1-hour chart on a Bitcoin, trending downwards. Not really looking good, close to making a lower low, but not quite yet. This has me wondering if the stock market is down today, and it looks like we're seeing a lot of sideways trading in the stock market. So today is the 27th. I don't know how it's almost October. That's insane. Let's see here. So 27th. So yeah, I mean the stock market did open down a little bit today, and then doing some sideways trading. So that kind of, I mean, we're still seeing correlation between S&P and crypto. So I think Tesla had a good day though today. Let's look at electric vehicle stocks. Tesla having a very, very strong day actually. Tesla looking good. I don't know if there was news that came out on Tesla. I haven't really been on Twitter as much as well. Let's go ahead and see here at, let's just look at crypto in general. I spend most of my time just looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Although I have multiple other coins, I should be paying attention to those as well. Let's actually take a look at Coinbase stock. Coinbase stock is looking quite ugly. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I think it's gonna still go below $200 actually. I think that's highly likely. It's insane how many people chase stocks as soon as they go public. And like history has shown us in the last 5 years, that is like the wrong decision to make. Usually falls about 50% after the opening. Filecoin at $60.71. Ethereum Classic at 46,308. So most coins are down a percentage or two. Some are down more. like Icon is down about 6.5%. Let's see here. XTZ. Oh, this is funny. So I remember making one of my videos. I was like, it's probably time to get out on Tezos, and it was when it was right up here in the $7 range. I was like, that's a video for another day. Yeah, I totally should have sold all of my Tezos because it literally dropped. Look at this from a percentage perspective. It dropped 43%. Oh my goodness. That is insane. 43%. It was just going parabolic. And at that point, when you're like, this is ridiculous, that's when you know it's time to sell. You're like, okay, I'm making too much money too quickly. That's typically a good sign to exit. But I would have set buy orders immediately to jump back in. So Ethereum's sitting just under $3,000 right now. Let's go and take a look at it 5-minute scale. See if, yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty darn weak, but we've seen so much downside on the 5-minute chart. I mean, it's been trending downwards since yesterday on the 5-minute chart. So I think we're going to see a relief rally sometime soon, just because looking at the chart, like it's due for a relief rally. Whether that's $100, $200, $300, I'm not really sure, but we just didn't see that that strong move off of the bottom, which makes me think that there's still more room for downside because we're kind of lingering here. And so what I'm going to do, I have just a few minutes left on the screen recorder before it times me out. We're going to go back to 2017, the daily chart on Ethereum, which is exactly what I use to make all the predictions that I've made thus far on the price and the date, which have happened oddly accurately. So yeah, I mean, I would say this looks quite a bit different. The buying opportunity was here, and then you could see how quickly it moved up. Let's look at it from a percentage perspective. So within days, Ethereum bounced 50% in 2017. So 50%, and that's like, you're looking for capitulation in a sense, right? And that's what we saw. Then we saw sideways trading, and then it wasn't until November that it made new all-time highs from the previous high of $420. And by beginning to mid-January, it was at $1,400. So that buying opportunity that came in on the 14th, if you bought in there at about 200, you would save extra money in like 4 months. So that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it valuable. If you did, please hit that like button and share this video with a friend. That is all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.